Hi,
Nick, hey,
Charles.
how's it going?
Good. How are you?
Good. You really knock it out of the park on this show. Your performance as Sean is incredible, especially when you consider that, it's in many ways a show about institutional failures and even, the failures of men. So you could be
Absolutely.
even part of the problem, but yet you find some measure of sympathy, perhaps some empathy for the character. How do you go about playing that? And how do you find that range?
Well, thank you very much. I think you touched on a lot there. Sean is, yeah, he's a complicated character. I think what it first goes back to is Molly's writing. She wrote these characters and these scripts in such a way there was so much depth there and truth that it felt like a lot of the work had already been done for me in terms of like finding out who this guy is. And it is, he's not a likable character, but he has moments where you can kind of see that there is a goodness in him, but more often than not, it gets swallowed by his own demons and his struggles with alcohol. And, I think that the show does a good job of just offering you see different sides to Sean. And so you go on this journey with Alex, with Margaret, and you can understand why she might try to stay with him or salvage the relationship, because there are elements that are good there. And you can see why someone would stay in a relationship like this. We wanted to, make it as complicated as possible, and not so black and white. And she's kind of getting it from all sides. Not only is she dealing with an abusive partner, but like you mentioned, the kind of institutional failures that are taking place in the welfare system and her family. So I think we tried to paint a very detailed picture of everything that she was going through, so you could understand, her journey and why she was making the decisions that she was making.
In many ways too, it's a funny show. The birthday party, some of your interactions with Andie in particular feel funny, disarming in a way. What was it like to play those?
Again, I think it goes back to the scripts of like, there was this richness to Molly's writing where every time you thought it was one thing, it would change and, challenge your expectations. And working with Andie was a blast. She's an incredible actress and so much fun to act opposite with. It was nice to have those moments of levity in an otherwise very kind of heavy show. The birthday party sequence is actually one of my favorite in the series, of just kind of the chaos of that and what it's like to be, when you have family all gathering into one place, and just like the everyone's overlapping and talking over one another. The way it was shot too offered a lot of kind of freedom for us to do what we wanted to do. And it was a lot of fun.
I think your recent run of producing and appearing in Love, Victor, A Teacher, Maid, just to see such challenging, fun, interesting shows on television, I think is so incredible from what you're doing with them. So thank you very much for that.
Yeah, thanks, Charles. I really appreciate it.